down to the ace-king. We now have 30 big blinds. Opener has 20, small blind has 20, and big blind has 10. So it looks like a 3-bet call to me, or you just shove. You don't really like to induce, eh? You don't do the small 3-bet to give them room to 4-bet kind of thing. You just like to pile.
Nah.
Okay.
Just get it in.
You're such a sit-and-go player, bro.
Yeah. I started off with turbo 45-man sit and go, so
Okay.
I think it's from there. But
Yeah.
you know, the stacks are, I could try to induce Ricard here, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
You got a better hand to induce with next hand.
Did I?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's slightly
yeah.
better. So you go for smaller sizing here, and you induce perfectly, and you got aces, and he's got less than aces, so...
Yeah.
This is what you were talking about. So you gamble to get to the late stages, and then just wait for Poker Stars to flip the switch. Make sure you're still in the tournament for when they flip the switch, and you have enough chips to actually do things, and then when they flip it, you'll be good.
Yeah. That's how I roll.
Yeah. That's how I got a lot of my biggest scores early in my career. I just like knit, and I'd happen to get the hand when I needed it when I was really short, and then double up, and then knit, and then do it again, and I end up finishing like 5th or 6th place in a big tourney that I satellited into, so it was huge for my bankroll, and like, there's nothing wrong with that. If the tournament's bigger than when you're used to playing to taking that approach.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading the chat there.
Pajafella?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a friend of mine. We did have a small party of 100 people last week, but yeah. Did you say something before that? I'm sorry.
Oh no, I wasn't saying anything too important. I was just saying how like the nitty strategy and praying for run good is an okay strategy if you happen to get deep in a tournament that you don't feel you can muscle people, but as a default strategy for MTTs is not the optimal one.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's how we're...
Okay, so we're getting some steals through. That's good. It's always nice when you have chips and the rest of your table doesn't have a lot of chips so that you can just steal freely. Vincent Fish raises under the gun. You got 8s on 10 big blinds effective. Are you going to ISO or are you just going to fold? You were going to ISO. He was stealing off a short stack.
Yeah. He had 29%. I think it was higher at that point even, raising under the gun, and he had done it like 2 or 3 times before. So I was kind of thinking he might fold even there. So the ISO was really easy for me at that point.
Yeah, I like it. So we defend 9-10 suited, flop top pair, check call. I like it. Bad turn, but he checks back. Cool, good river. I think I like going for a check raise on the river.
I didn't even think about it, but yeah, that would be actually really good.
Yeah, because the hands that he's going to call a bet from you with, he's probably betting most of them himself, and he might have a few random bluffs, but I think he has a lot of ace-X that check back the turn that's planning to bet or call one bet, but if you check raise, he might get that tilt thing where he's like, oh fuck, like I've put so many of my chips in the pot, like hopefully he has king queen of spades or something.
Yeah, that's a nice idea, but I think I'm leading here.
Yeah, leading's like definitely the obvious default, and get called by a pair of aces or a pair of queens. Against his particular hand, your line probably yielded more value.
Yeah, but your line makes more sense because there are aces quite a lot in his range there.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Like your hand looks really weak when you just check call, check. Yeah. But at the same time, like if you have missed spades, he'd kind of expect you to bet the river as a bluff. So he could be hero calling a lot. So when you go for a check raise, it's like, I mean, it's all how he perceives it, but it's definitely a very powerful line to do for value. Or if he's the kind of guy who is like very diligent and will like bet fold an ace on the river, well, now you can do it as a sick bluff and get him to fold like everything.
Yeah.
So pretty wild play to throw in there. All right. 9-5 folds, 8-5 folds, 10-2 folds, 10-5 fold. King 10 suited. That's probably a play. Yeah. Raise, flat, nice.
French dog.
Nice. You got top pair.
Yeah.
How many blinds did he start the hand with?
Like 15.
You flatted off a 15 big blind stack.
Yeah.
Alarm bells.
Yeah, kind of suspicious.
Yeah.
And it's French dog, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's a very good player. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
I feel like you can't fold on this board though, and it's nice that he didn't value bet the river. I'm a little surprised that he was afraid to go for it, but not surprised at all to see that that's the hand when he...
Yeah, not me neither, but at that point, I had to call the 90K to win 530, so...
Yeah.
There are some weird bluff maybe in his range.
Yeah. And at this point in the tournament, how many players do you think were left about? Just as a guess.
Well, guess I think we're at it's under 100. I think.
Okay, so we're down to the final 100 players
at
this point in the
game. I don't know. I'm sure it's like 60 players or 70 players at this point. I remember because I had the 8 big blind stack around 100 players maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So down to the final 100 of the Sunday Million. Which means you were guaranteed like 4-figure score, getting 1,300 at this point. But he's going for that 100 and 150K up top. So raise and a re-raise, that's too much heat. Deuce 8, someone else opened, easy fold. You aren't even... Yeah, well, I mean, they're really garbage hands, but I'm seeing like you're not raising every time it folds to you on the button. Actually, these are both good players behind you. Why would you raise bad cards?
Yeah.
All right, so D-Hus or Marco Vitsis 3-bets you. You have the best drawing hand in the game. You're getting 3-1 Jack 10 suited. Gotta take a flop, right? Oh.
No.
Oh, all right.
He was
all right. You explain.
The aggro guy.
You break it down because this is the Northern European stuff that different approach.
What I was thinking here. This guy had been just really wild with his 3-bets. I'm opening from cutoff. I have Jack 10 suited, which flops. Yeah, it plays well with against everything, even though he calls. And I didn't want to make it any smaller to give him room to 5-bet jam on me because I'm pretty sure he's capable of doing it. So I just went for everything and to pick up the 200K plus in the middle.
Oh yeah, there's way more than 200K. There's like 280. So you're only risking 2x that if he calls, but you have a hand that has pretty good equity even when he calls. Like you have really good suck-up potential. So that's not. Okay, cool. I like it. Max pressure. Instead of being like, let me take my pot odds and see if I can hit a pair or a draw and go with it, you're like, I'm just gonna go with it.
And there's this, when I 4-bet jam on him, it creates a dynamic for later where he doesn't want to 3-bet me as much. So I might get 1 or 2 more steel screw because of that.
Oh, yeah, true. You're kind of being like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, and we are like down to 60 players, so, there's the pressure.
Okay, yep.
Pressure thing also.
That's really good. The meta of that play it's really good because if you peel, even if you get him post, you can be like, oh well, he got lucky on the flop. But you're like, nah, like don't 3-bet me, dude. All right, so flop top pair, c-bet, take it down. I like it. There could be some merits to checking that flop, but with how big the pots are relative to stacks at this stage in the game, just taking them down on the flop is great value, right?
Yep. And he's a great player also, so it's hard to get any extra value from him, even checking by checking the flop. So.
And is that the reason why you didn't defend Queen 3 suited when you were in the big blind? Because Marco is a good player, and you didn't think that there was a lot of value to taking this to the streets.
Yeah, and I knew I would be getting loads of heat on flop and turn.
Okay.
If I was to play, so I would have to hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just give it up and let him take it, so I can own him another time.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we got a 12. Someone took the spot. 11.5 big blind shove from the hijacked. Easy call with ace queen. Once Fleas isolates, he looks like he's pretty tight. I think like calling would be like break even.
I have no idea what to do here.
I think
it's right there on the fence. Ace queen. I think I'm folding here. The flyers is so tight.
Yeah, and I think
and I have two big stacks behind me, even so.
Yeah, and it's a spot where like if it's on the fence and it's really close, you already have a playable stack, so you don't need to take a close spot.
Yeah, I don't need the cushion. No more cushion.
Yeah,
I'm just fine here.
Exactly. You were drawing pretty thin there. Good fold.
I was.
Yeah, ace queen and aces.
Yeah.
Just actually, I kind of want to see what your winning percentage is with ace queen off, because I know that against aces with no other ace queen, you'd probably have about 7%, but if you both have ace queen, you probably have like 2% each. Yeah, you each have 3%.
Yeah. My friends are requesting a video of me throwing money.
Yeah, are we cool to play that on the break? I have it ready to go. I was just gonna wait till the break in 5 minutes.
All right, that's cool. They're just giving me heat on the chat right now.
Oh yeah, they're going nuts.
Yeah.
They're going nuts.
Going hard.
Going hard in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, ace jack suited. Got to take a flop, right? Got to take a flop. You opt to 3-bet. Reasons for 3-betting instead of flatting in this spot?
Just I like giving pressure at these points, and I have chips to do so. So rather that way than calling and hoping to hit. I like the jack 10 point.
Yeah.
I'm not flatting that much anymore. I'm just going for the 3-bet button.
Right. Cool. So he calls. You get a pretty dry board. Small c-bet. I like it.
Yeah, and now just give up.
Yeah.
And we win, no?
No, you lost,
okay.
But
yeah,
I think you played the hand in the best way.
Yeah. No can do, but like I said, I'm not a big fan of flatting anymore at this point of tournament. So
yeah,
of course when the situation dictates so, but not those kind of hands.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of
just could squeeze there and stuff like that. So also,
yeah, there are a lot of really good players who almost never flatten MTTs. So it's definitely fine. So eights, if all in 4-4-6-5 had not called French Dog, would you have called him with eights here for 13.5 bigs for 40% of your chips or so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I would have ISO shoved.
Yeah, I agree. It's good. Let's see if we can get you one more winning pot before we go to break. Gonna need some good cards. So this is great. So we're already down to like the final 50, final 40 players at this point?
Yeah, it's like 45 players maybe, I would guess. Or even 36.
Yeah.
Because the table just renewed.
Yeah. So
we're starting to see there's Jaga R-Bomb also. He's gonna be in final table.
Okay.
And he's a pretty good player also.
Okay. Nice. I know D Hustler's in there.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Jack 7 suited in the big blind. You're getting great odds. You defend.
Wait. Jack 7.
Jack 7 suited.
Yeah.
King, queen board. He c-bets, you fold. Simple.
Yeah.
Then we get 9-5. Yeah. Even though the guy's got a bigger stack than you. Was it because he was playing so nitty up to this point you went for the steal?
Yeah. I didn't even know who D Hustler was. So, before this tournament. So you say he's a good player?
Well, I recognized his name in the lobby. He was one of the few names where I'm like, I've definitely seen that one before.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't.
But he's been really tight, so I didn't mind playing any two at that point.
So you raise, he defends, you flop a gutter, you see bet, he takes it down. And Spudsy wants to know why the people want to break so bad. We're down to the final 36 players in the Sunday Million, which means at this point Max had locked up $2,400. But the final table, min cash was $9K and first place was $180, so he was far from done. He would like to keep rocking and rolling, so that's what we're going to do. So at this point, you have 25 big blinds, 26 big blinds. No, 25. Yeah. 25. So is your strategy going to be pretty solid with this stack size?
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy. And there were still weaker players in the mix, so I wasn't that concerned. I knew I would get my spots with them or someone else if it's a must.
Yeah. For sure. Like there's usually one or two fish that make the final table of the Sunday Million because the tournament just starts with so many bad players that some of them have to make it deep. But they almost never win because you can get lucky in 9-handed poker, but once you're playing 5, 4, 3-handed, you need to know what you're doing. So this guy, nice raise size. Jagger Bomb makes it almost 3x.
Well, which hand?
You've got pocket queens. Jagger Bomb's making it almost 3x. I already know what you're doing, but what do you make of his raise size here?
Well, I don't think that's the strongest of him because he's a good player. So I would put him on something like middle aces. Some broadways maybe, but maybe smaller pairs.
Okay.
But not the top of his range, not for sure. I'm not sure, but
okay.
I would be taking that into consideration. I think he's looking for folds.
Okay, that makes sense. That he'd raise smaller with his strongest hands.
Yeah, because the big blind is quite deep and he's loose. Aggressive, so I think that makes a lot of sense against him.
Yeah. You got to give Robitelli a quick shout out, bro.
Shout out to Robert Sandberg, the bearded guy from Uppsala.
There we go. Yeah. Got him. Claps all around. Back to poker. Raise A7. Good flop for you. You flopped enough flush draw. Board that tight defending range does hit fairly often. What are your thoughts for the hand with 4x the pot remaining?
Well, against one of the weakest players in the field, I think we should just at least bet the flop and the turn and see on the river what we should do.
Okay. Turn was not a good card for two barreling though, so you check.
Yeah. I was thinking like free card is great now. So.
And then the river, good river card.
Yeah, I don't beat anything, so I think we have to go for a bluff here, and something along the lines of 55 to 60% of the pot.
Cool.
We could go or maybe 45 to 55 even.
Yeah, I like
just.
That. Like he could have a lot of two pairs, but weak players don't really like to make hero calls, especially deep in big tournaments. So even though you're betting 5.5 bigs, he's seen 390,000, which looks like a lot. So good bluff spot, and it works.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's great.
Maybe he just had worse hearts.
Yeah, that could be, or like a 10.
Yeah,
or something. Yeah.
Ace 10, quite possible.
Yeah.
Either way, I find it's almost always when those like 4 flushes and 4 straights come, it's just usually a good spot to just whatever your hand is, just turn it into a bluff. It's gonna work a lot.
Yeah.
So you defend Queen 5 suited because it's the weak player, but not a good board. Easy check fold.
And there's the difference, guys. Queen 5 suited, queen 3 suited are effectively the same hand, but we defended with this one and folded the one against Marco Vistas. It's all because of the opponent he's up against. Play more hands against weak players, play stronger hands against stronger players. All right, queen 8 folding, 9-7 folding, queen 4 folding, jack 5 folding, 8-7 folding, queen 6 in the big folding, queen 4 suited, small blind folding, and jack 5 suited on the button. We are playing. What's the read on Cheetah 116? No reads?
No reads, just
okay.
I have a suited hand, jack high suited hand on the button, so I decided to go for it a bit bigger.
Yep.
So for the folds, worked out.
Usually if you don't have reads on the guy and you're deep into Sunday Major, it's a good guy to try to steal from.
Yeah, that's true.
And wow.
I'm trying to look for one guy here who just the worst player ever.
Okay.
But he's coming later.
Can you explain your reasons for folding queen 10 suited effectively under the gun +1 a few hands later?
Yeah, I'm 20 bigs deep. Jagar Bomb is a good player on the big blind, and the button is yipyiphupbup, who's also really good. So I think they know that I'm capable of opening really light, not really light, but light under the gun, so they can put me in bad spots, really.
Yeah, very true. I think that's good discipline. And again, showing that it's not about just following a hand range chart. It's about knowing the baseline hand range and then being able to adjust based on factors such as stack size, player behind, depth in tournament, all that. When you get dealt a pair of 5s blind versus blind for 20 bigs, you're all in. Yeah. Yeah, easy decisions. Queen Jack, if it folds to you, maybe. Facing a 3x, no thanks. Doyle Brunson, no thanks. 8-9 suited, we got a max hand. Facing an open from Jagger Bomb, max folds, discipline.
Don't want to shove it. It would be too much, I think. Okay. If I was playing that, I would be shoving and way too risky, in my opinion.
Oh, this just in, the bank manager of Finland would like to let Max know that they have built a new bank just for his money. Congratulations, Max. And you guys are going to have to put another addition onto that bank, because with this ace-10 suited, well, what are you going to do when aggro player 3-bets you?
Well, ace-10 suited is also a great hand for bet shoving, so that's what I'm going to do here.
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, just rip it in.
Just rip it in, because even when he calls, 30% of the time, it works every time. Nice, you hit him with plan A. Plan A, got him to fold, no problem. That's a big chip up, too. What did you get? You started the hand with 1.6, and you finished the hand with 2.2, so 30-35%. That's big.
Yep.
That's big with no showdown. Nice results. We fold ace-5 suited. Cool. We fold ace. No, but we open the next ace-5 suited. So since it's almost the exact same spot, is there a particular reason why you played the ace-5 of spades and not the ace-5 of diamonds, or was it just?
No. I can't say any specific because.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's probably maybe you saw everyone fold when you had it the first time. You're like, oh, I should have played it. Okay, this is the sign. I'll play it this time.
Yeah.
That's cool. So queen 2 suited, fold in, and 8-6 offsuit, folding. Queen 5 suited, folding. Ace 4 suited, facing a min raise. Let's
from
see.
the chip leader.
Descartes father, was he any good? Descartes father?
Nah, but he was chip leader at the moment. But I didn't at that point. I didn't have anything on him. But I found out later that he was kind of punting chips.
Nice. That's a good guy to be playing pots with.
Yeah.
Nice flop for you, and you got 4x pop, but the board's kind of dangerous. Are you just gonna check shove? Check raise small. All right, let's hear your reasons for choosing this size and choosing to raise it all.
Well, I don't like calling at all because there are all the diamonds will kill my action kind of. So I want to put the money in the pot on the flop, and I gave him room to maybe 3-bet jam there and maybe hope I would fold if he had like flush draw or something.
Okay. And he doesn't, but whatever. That would have been a sweat if he had a flush draw. A little sweat, but whatever. You're Finnish, right? You love the action just like Patrick?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you love action, so it's all good. A7. What's this guy's stack? I think this is a spot where you could consider doing a 3-bet bluff, but...
Yeah, I was just saying it, but A7 is... A7 suited I would be 3-betting, but offsuit is kind of... I don't know. Yeah. He's still flatting something there, and A7 suited is just kind of bad hand to be in that spot.
I think on his stack size he's not flatting too much, so being
that's
suited
true.
doesn't make that much of a difference. It's really just a stack pressure spot, where it's more that you have the blocker is what's important about the hand. But it's marginal for sure. It seems risky to shove your whole stack into a re-raise where the guy has you covered. Well, that's the thing in tournaments, though. A lot of times people are just 3-bet bluffing, and when you flat, you're giving them you're giving them extra chances to win. When you just shove it in their face, people don't realize how often tournament players are screwing around and how often they're 3-betting but folding to a 4-bet. And that's just something that once you see it a few times and practice it a few times, you just realize oh, people don't just 3-bet with the nuts. I've been getting pushed around. Okay, this is how I fight back. Cool.
Yeah.
And it's great that even when you fight back and you're wrong, sometimes you suck out. I had that huge suck out in 888 a few weeks ago. 30% is still a lot.
Yeah, it's way too much.
Yeah, it's not like when you get it in bad, you win 1 out of 10. You still win 1 out of 3, and you win a massive pot. It's not the end of the world when you get caught in those spots.
I think we are now at the 27-man bubble or something.
What were your pocket kings?
Pocket kings, yep.
Pocket
I
kings.
think
This is
we're
golden.
3 tables.
This is golden. Pocket kings.
Oh yeah, here's the guy, Cheetah 116. He was before there, but I didn't realize because he was in the wrong position.
Okay.
So Cheetah 116, keep an eye on him. He's a funny guy.
Okay, cool. So great flop for pocket kings. You can get action from quite a few hands. You go for a small c-bet. Cheetah. Min raises. These spots are interesting.
Yeah, but I don't think... that feels like he's just trying to see where he is, kind of mini click back. Yeah. And kind of... I'm not worried here at all. I think he would be flatting his... sets and stuff. If he hit set of 6 or deuces, he would be just ripping in. I think.
Yeah. I don't think you're ever beat here.
Yeah.
The question is, how do we get the most value? Because if he's trying to find out where he's at and you shove, he found out he's behind. But if he's flat, then he has a chance to spew off more chips. But he also has the chance to check back and maybe hit a 5-outer. So. What are your thoughts on flatting versus shoving versus click re-raising?
Well, I remember what I'm doing here, I I think shoving is the worst of those three options, because I think we're missing out on a lot of value, and we give him a chance to make the hero fold or something like that. So I think at this board we just kind of want to pile the money in slowly. So just click back, 3-bet there is something we should maybe look into.
Yeah, cool. So you click back, that's cool, and then he just calls, lol.
Yeah.
And now you have no chips behind, so this is perfect. He's going to get great odds, so he has to call off, and he's got... Love the Sunday Million, man. Love the fucking Sunday Million.
Yeah, cheetah.
Like, how much? This is 5. That's 10% of the chips in play. That is a massive equity pot, and he put all his chips in with a 2-outer post flop. Like that's just mind blowing.
Yeah. But just.
and this is just the start, right? There's more stuff coming soon.
There's more coming from Cheetah, and it's all coming to us, so it's good.
And there's the other trick to the Sunday Million, guys. Find the weak player and be the guy who gets all his chips, because someone has to. Wow, what a dream. So obviously we're seeing 3 against Cheetah with 7-8. Okay, with the board, he can have one. He can have one. So the score is 1-1, right? Max 1, Cheetah 1.
Yeah, we are even now.
You're even. Brazilian, what's 30 big blind stack, raising the button. You have queens.
I think the 3-betting is just 750 or something like that.
Yeah, I like it. You make it 7-10. Cool.
Yeah. He folds.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I think I go slightly bigger, but my friends give me shit about that. So I feel like as the blinds get bigger and overall stacks get shallower, you can get away with doing that smaller sizing on everything. Anyway, good 3-bet. I'm glad you didn't just open shove it. All right, ace queen suited. Cheetah calls. Not the best board, but we c-bet and take it down. Cool.
Yeah, and I guess this guy I didn't have to really be concerned about him reading into my bet sizing, so I could go really small here. He's just folding if he has nothing, and he's calling if he has a pair or a flush draw.
Yeah.
So
true. And then we got pocket kings again. This is golden.
Kings.
Oh, he 3-bets min. So he's supposed to have aces, right? But he probably doesn't. So you 4-bet small, keep him in the pot. He just calls. Okay, sweet. Damn, tough board, bro. Tough board. What are you gonna do? Like min bet, check?
I think I'm betting like I don't know 800k, 700k.
I think you can bet a lot smaller on this board. I think you bet like 400 if you're gonna bet.
Okay.
Just because, like, if he has some random hand, like whatever it is, some bad hand, since we've kind of seen he's a bit of a spaz. If you put like 1.1 mil, he's gonna think he has no fold equity. When you put 800, he might think he has low. But when you bet 400, he's like, oh, dude, I have so much room to make this guy fold. And I think you get them to spaz out a bit more doing that. Whatever, you bet 2 on. He just calls. All right, we're all in. What do you got?
Yeah. Just see the hand. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
He had a full house, man. He had a full house.
Yeah, but he throws away his 5 or 6 million chips when there's less than 30 players in the Sunday Million. That's ridiculous. What the fuck are you doing, man?
And people say online poker is dead.
Yeah. I think that guy needs Jesus or something.
Yeah, definitely. And don't forget, guys, in something like 30 days, the 10-year anniversary of the Sunday Million is going to be happening, and you probably want to try to satellite in because you just might find yourself in a spot like this where 5 million. So are you the chip leader at this point, now that he's given you his chip lead?
I think I'm the chip leader, or
Yeah.
second place, something like that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so now you can really apply some pressure if you want to. And there's about 24 people at this point left. You said?
Wait a minute. 18. Down to 18 when the table comes where there's Vea and D Hustler and
Okay.
have the aces.
And you have aces. Okay, so at this point, Max is at the final two tables of the Sunday Million. 18 players remaining. He's guaranteed $3,228.96. Top 15 get $5K. Top 12 get $6.6K. And then if he makes the final table, that's $9,000. You already know he's going to win. But I just want you guys to get a semblance of the pay jumps at this stage of the game. Guaranteed 16 buy-ins, but looking to make hundreds, thousands of buy-ins. And this is a great place to start. We got aces. So, yeah, actually, let's look at the table. Why don't you go ahead and, since we're getting to the crucial part of the game and there's going to be some short, why don't you give your reads kind of on the players on the table, what you thought about them, stack sizes, general strat, all that, because it's pretty important at this point.
Yeah, I'll start with the card father. So, not really seen it much from this guy, but seems kind of weakish player who was just not the best player at the table for sure. I think I have a huge edge on him. Greg Hag, no reads. I don't even remember that name to be honest.
Okay.
The mayor is a needy guy. I know him from somewhere before. I've played with him quite a lot actually. He's a tight player, and I had a fish mark on him when I started playing this tournament. So, but I wasn't sure after the tournament was done. So, I'm not sure. D Hustler seems kind of solid, but I don't have any further reads on him either. Vea, clearly one of the best MTT players in the world, so that was kind of bad that he was still in with 4 million, but we got rid of him at one point.
Sweet.
Manu Verdon, his reg, I've played with him a bunch. Pretty good, solid player. I think he can do a lot with that 10 big blind stack still. All in for 6-5. Oh, what did I think of him? Looking at the stats, just really seems he's playing. I don't know how long he has been that shallow, but really on the tighter side, and didn't think he was really that good of a player.
Yeah.
And Brazilian, he was decent. I think he was a regular, but I didn't know it at that point. And I was pretty happy with my position in the table, having the second biggest stack on my right, and the tighter players on my left, and pretty neutral position against Vea. So there wasn't. I wasn't really worried about much at that point. I was feeling quite confident because I think the average stack when you go to the Sunday Million final table is like 6 to 7 million. So I had an over average final table stack at that point already.
Great spot.
So I was just trying to accumulate chips and play kind of solid poker and take the best spots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my analysis.
Okay, sweet. And he got aces, and he's got the most big blinds on the table. Brazilian Eyes opening. We've already 3-bet him, so there's some good dynamics, so I feel a 3-bet is in order again. You take the same size. He calls. Do you ever consider 3-betting a little bit bigger just because of how deep you both are?
Yeah, I could, but I just wanted to go for the same size as when he folded to kind of remind him really that I have done this before.
Yeah. And then you get a flop that's good.
Kind of good.
Good, but not like
good.
great.
Yeah.
And you bet
I do have the ace of spades, so it helps.
Okay. What would you have done if he made it like 2.1 million to your c-bet?
Free.
No.
C.
Yeah. That'd be pretty gross, eh?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's gross, but I can't see him. Does he do it with like 10 jack? It's the only question really there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many draws, but maybe just call, because I kind of want to keep those bluffs in there also.
Yeah.
And having the ace of spades, like if the turn is a spade, I just, well, I really can't fold my hand at that point, but...
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I think calling is good, but... Yeah. Going over the top, he would have like 4 million behind. I think that he would still fold quite a lot there.
Yeah. Okay.
Bluff.
So we keep on going. We got ace queen against Vea off. He's got 30 bigs, so use 3-bet to call off. Or did you? Yeah, use 3-bet with intentions to call off. He 4-bets, so you're all in. Yeah, nice. I almost never see the play where they 4-bet fold. It's so nice to actually get to see it in a replay. So what stack size was he on here? 30?
Yeah, I was thinking like at that point it was kind of gross when he 4-bet, but I was getting it in, and when he, of course I know who this guy is.
Yeah.
And he has some history on me. I've played with him a little, so I think he knows I can be quite aggressive on the button.
Yeah.
So I think he sees it as a great 4-bet bluff spot at the 2 tables of Sunday Million. So I just went with it. I was quite confident that he would actually fold.
Yeah. So it looks like you sized it to 65 trillion, but what was the actual amount? Is it like 889?
Well, wait.
Oh, you made it 689. Yeah. So you made it 700.
Yeah.
It looks like 65 trillion 689.
Yeah.
Fear factor. And then he 4-bets for a third of his chips and then folds. Okay. Good to know that he is capable of that. And nice chip up with no showdown, just further widening the lead on everyone.
Yeah.
So you just get to destroy the FT bubble now too. That's so beautiful.
I actually was in a quite big chip lead. I think Brazilian I was like second or third.
Yeah.
At this point.
Okay.
So.
Dream spot. So you're just gonna raise anything playable.
Yeah.
And even some things that are not playable, just cause those money jumps that people really care about at this point, as they should, are affecting decisions. So we lose all in there. We've already lost.
What?
We've lost Craig Hag. We just lost all in 4-6-5. So we're down to 6 players on the table. Raise against a card father. Follow it up with a c-bet. Okay.
Which hand?
4-6 of spades. I'm interested to see if you're going to 2-barrel here, having picked up a straight draw to go with it, with there being about 2x the pot behind, because it's a pretty interesting turn spot. If you like the flop, he probably still likes the turn, but you have equity, and interesting. What do you think?
The only problem with betting here is that he could jam over.
Yeah.
If he was deeper or shallower, I think. But in this case, I think checking could be. Yeah. It's so hard because he has like the perfect shoving stack when I bet.
Yeah. So if you check and he bets, you're check calling, not check shoving. You can do everything here.
Yeah. I think it depends really much on his bet sizing if he bets. what will I do? But I don't think I'm going anywhere on this turn.
Yeah. So we'd probably check call. Actually, we'll see. You do check call.
Yeah.
And that's good. And then you still have pair of sixes. You check. He should definitely bet the river here.
Yeah.
On that, when all the draws miss and an overcard comes, he should bet the river. But that's the thing. Deep in the Sunday Million,
he was weaker player, like I said.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely turn the 5 into a bluff there. But nice pot for you. Well played. You got the max. Yeah, he's going to tell you guys about it. Next break. Patience. Everyone's like, I don't care about how to win the Sunday Million. I just want to hear story time.
I think they can hear me speak. You know, if I can't stop speaking at some point. So
yeah,
well, I have no idea why they want to listen to me even more.
Okay. All right. So you raise sixes. I got if the mayor didn't have so many chips, you could obviously open shove this, but he's got 40 bigs, so you can't do that. So you min raise. D Hustler defends. I'm thinking just c-bet. I would c-bet fold this board. You check back because you didn't want to get check shoved on, kind of thing.
Yeah, but I could have gone like small and fold just to a raise. Yeah.
So instead, you just stop to check it down, and
I let him get there.
Yeah.
That's
It's a spot where like
it's kind of weak for me because we of the situation we were in.
Yeah, and like it's a spot where if you bet and he shoves on you with like Queen Jack or Queen King, like you're making a slight mathematical mistake by folding, but it's like his worst case, he still has like probably 40% against you, and sometimes you're dead. So I think bet folding against the range is fine on a board that has all these draws, because it's like, oh, it's draw heavy. He might check shove. Yeah, he might also just have like ace rag that missed and just check fold. So, okay, cool. Not a huge pot, not a crucial pot either way. And Vea comes back. So.
Yeah, on the left.
Oh no.
And more chips. Some fucking nitwit doubled him up. So.
And then Brazilian, I doubled him up again. Yeah, there it is. There's the double up. So now he's got 5 mil, 4.5 mil. But if he's the only player on the table you're concerned about, then
that's a good situation.
Yeah. Deuces. Max calls with deuces again. Good flop. Let's see. Okay, interesting.
Just I don't know. Against us two, and him being kind of nitty, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think it's. I could call one and see re-evaluate on the turn, but.
So were you basically calling pre-flop to just hit the jackpot? Because if you flopped a set on this nitty guy, you just have all the chips.
Deep. I was set mining here, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It would be a different story if I had like 5s or 6s. It would be quite easy to call one, but.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That makes sense then. And it's a board where like it's not that likely he hit, but it's also one where like you can't represent that many hands.
Yeah, and the mayor being, I mean, he was one of the big stacks, so if I could have stacked him there by hitting a set, so I was just gunning for that. Yeah,
I like it. And we lose maneuvered on, so probably down to about, actually I can check exactly how many we're down to. So we're down to 13 players at this stage in the game. So the mayor opens, you got an ace in the big, flat, I like it. Interesting. I might have just checked and given up. I can't fault you for betting the turn. What kind of hands did you think he was checking back the flop that would fold to a turn bet here?
There are some like smaller pocket pairs, but that's it kind of.
Yeah.
There isn't much. Like 10-9 might be even calling because of the gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He owned you.
He might have hit like 10 jack there or something, I think.
10 jack, or like he might have ace x of diamond. is a good hand to take this kind of line with. Raise the turn instead of just flatting. But yeah, cool. I think that hand's fine. Go for a steal. Card father shoves. Not going to call with Jack 5.
Yeah.
Not going to try to steal from Vea with rags, because Vea's going to put the pressure back on. And they both had pretty good reshove stacks too. So not the best people to steal from when you're going to get jammed on like 50% of the time between the two of them. All right, ace 10. So Brazilian I was opening quite a bit, right? Relative to everyone else on the table. Yeah.
Kinda, yeah, but not need like huge amount. But I like to give the pressure again. Ace 10 suited is a great hand to do it. So
yeah. Okay, so you 3-bet, he calls. Good board for c-betting. You go for c-bet, he calls, and you turn a flush draw.
Yeah. And it's, when he's calling the flop, there's loads of kings in his range.
Mm-hmm.
Then going for the free card or betting is like when he has the king so often.
Mm-hmm.
I could get check raised maybe even here.
Yeah.
And then we would be playing a huge pot.
Yeah.
With me having like 20%, 27%.
Yeah.
So, yeah. 27, like something like that. If he doesn't, of course he doesn't have the ace king. I think he might, but that's kind of rare for him to have that. So I would have the spades and the ace against the king. So I like pot controlling and seeing a free river. Maybe a little bit better.
Yeah. I also feel like if he has a pair below the king that he floated the flop with, you can still maybe bluff him off those on the river. And actually, we're checking back to the spade, but also if a heart comes, if a 4 comes, an 8 comes, a 9, there are some cards you could consider making a big bluff on him with. So it's not like you're just giving up only looking to improve when you check here. There are some trapdoors you could take too.
Yeah, and I don't know. Are you on the river now?
Yeah, I just wonder if he'll believe us that we have we're repping 9s, 9-10 suited. It'd be a tough spot for him.
Yeah. I think the only way we could, if he had a king, we would have to shove or something like that.
Overbet, yeah.
So because he's not folding to like 1.6 if we bet like that, and he has a king.
I feel like an overbet would have a good chance of working, mainly because he's probably still like in the top 5 in chips if he folds.
Yeah.
So he could still like make it to the FT with that, as opposed to if he was like 10th in chips, there's no way he's going to fold for the last bit, but you've left him enough. Still don't know if he'd believe you. People don't like to believe, but FT bubble, man. Interesting spot. What do you guys think out there in the chat? You check, or do you shove, or do you bet a little less? Let's see what your numbers are. Give them a minute to do that, and then you just check, right?
Yeah.
You check. He's got king queen. Yeah, I don't know if he'd fold that. People don't like to fold top pair and 3-bet pots. The board runs out pretty nasty, but he'll also say like, what 9, dude? What 9 do you fucking have?
Yeah. Like ace 9 of spades is like the only hand that would kind of make sense there.
You do it with 9-10 suited.
Yeah, not 9-10 and king 9 maybe.
Yeah, there's some.
King 9. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, king 9 would make a lot of sense actually.
Yeah, but like I so often look at like these crazy aggressive plays, and I'm like, oh, like that'd be sick, and it's like, yeah, or you could just check and maintain your 50 big blind chip lead on the final table bubble of a huge tournament and find better spots that are lower risk to chip up, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. Could just do that.